Ferocious! You all get the idea. On the count of 3, let's hear some lions. Paws ready. 1, 2, 3. Now that's a lion.
Time for the elephants. This is Steve from Vancouver, and he's going to be our leader. All right, get your arm up in the air like the elephant's trunk. Now let's hear the call. Yes! Now that is an elephant we will never forget. Elephants, trunks in the air. On the count of 3, let's trumpet triumphant. 1, 2, 3. The mighty pachyderm.
All right, my turn. I'm next. Everyone, this is Linda, all the way from Australia. She is going to show us what a giraffe sounds like. Ready, giraffe, go. I don't know. Linda, I didn't know either, so I looked it up, and it said a low bleating sound, kind of like a sheep. You want to try again? Yes? Okay, ready, go. There you go. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Let's have the rest of the group. All right, giraffes, next up in the air, and bleat. And there you have giraffes.
Very well then. Now that you know your animal sounds, I think we're all set. Watch us. We'll make sure you're cute and ready to go.
Bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Kayla, where are we gonna queue up?
When the world turns its back
It was our first time in Disney World, so we woke up really early to have an early start at the park. We decided to do 2 parks this trip, and first on our list is Disney World's Animal Kingdom. Our cousins Kayla and Kilani came with us to make sure that we have an awesome time, and they helped us prepare the itinerary for the whole day.
Where are we gonna get that picture? Go inside first. Shall we ask someone to take pictures? Ready? Jacob!
The Avatar Flight of Passage ride is the most popular ride in Disney World's Animal Kingdom, so we spent our first 3 hours queuing up and waiting for our turn to try this amazing ride. Thank God for Child Swap! While Mervin, Kayla, and Kilani are queuing up at the Avatar Flight of Passage, we spend half of our waiting time just bonding with the kids.
repeat after me. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Where did you go?
I was in the toilet.
We gotta get moving on here because we gotta get through these 5 tests. How many tests?
5.
In the next 11 minutes.
What? Oh, 11 minutes?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Oh man, no, I'm sorry. I misread that. Yeah. Let's make that 10 minutes.
What?
All right, we're gonna start off with test number 1, the alignment test.
Okay.
Hot Rod has to get the suit from right here.
Here.
All the way past his mini-me to right over here.
There. All right, let's go. If anyone can do this. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Theo, what's that? Are you friends?
And when it was time to swap, Marty and I went straight to FastPass to try the Avatar Flight of Passage.
Linking calibration status?
Optimal. Machine levels look good.
Okay, sealed genetic matching room.
Hi, and welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, riding on the back of a Banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moira studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Navi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The Banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the Ikran and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, Banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. But the Navi and avatars can. In fact, the Navi have been riding on the backs of Banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on Banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar. It was Dr. Ogden who restarted the Avatar program. It's because of her that you're able to go through this rite of passage today. Pandora is a breathtaking natural world. I cannot wait for you guys to see it for yourselves. So, let's get ready for our next... Huh? I'll be right back. Put the standby system on, quickly.
Standby.
Each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that... All right.
Navi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Hakuna. With permission from the Navi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikran. Let's see how this works.
Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Moments later, you begin your flight. A Navi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense. Siva Hope, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
All right, you ready? Let's get you into the link chamber.
Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link chair the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, remain seated, lean forward, holding onto the hand grips, and supervise your children.
This ride made us feel like we were in the
Para su
movie.
seguridad,
Such an amazing
toda esta
experience.
experiencia deberán permanecer sentados, inclinarse hacia adelante agarrando las barras y supervisen a sus niños.
Hello, Lalia.
I'm feeling better. Are you feeling better?
Yes.
How are you having fun?
Yes.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Love you.
Love you.
Yeah.
guys are in the back. Oh, so we're like in one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Next on our list is the Navi River Journey. This magical boat ride actually made me think of watching the Avatar movie once again.
Welcome back, travelers. Please remain seated aboard your boat until it comes to a complete stop and then exit to the left.
We're pollinators! We're pollinators!
Yes, like vegetables.
Fresh fruit and flowers.
Get next to us, Bob, for our marvelous flowers.
If it weren't for the fact that we like the taste, you'd be out there wallowing in shoulder high waste.
Shoulder high waist. Hold on to a white dog that face out the land. It's Susie, no human. So forget to tell it. A building of bottom. You can't live without us till it's got to be over.
And then it was time to Marty's favorite part of the park, the safari.
Go for yes. Say hi. There you go. Yep. That's right. Woo! Woo! Nice dive. I think you should show the selfie. Selfie.
Safari today? Smile. Let's try that one again. Is everyone ready for safari today? Yeah! So now hold on tight to all of your valuables. Remain seated at That does include our younger ones. And please refrain from making any noises like whistling, hissing sounds, animal noises, anything like that to any of those animals out there today, because we are entering their homes. We do want to respect that. Last but not least, it's getting a little bit darker out here, so for the safety of our animals and the comfort of those around you, I do ask that we please refrain from flash photography, and please do not use any flashlights of any kind. Of course, the word river is going to give away the fact that we are heading into an aquatic environment. And especially at night, it can get a little bit hard to see what's going on under the water. So focus on the rippling at the very top of the water. You might be able to see some movement happen. Give you a pretty good indication of what's happening underneath there.
There's bubbles, look. See, look, on the right.
Animals will spend their entire day underwater because they can bad sweat.
Where?
So that ensures that their body temperature doesn't get too high.
Where?
They hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time, and they still do that when they're sleeping. Their body just naturally rises to the surface whenever they need air. They do not even wake up for it. At birth, the boats can get about 85 pounds. This one right under the water here. And by their birth, they naturally to about 100 pounds.
That smells.
Also, some of those really large birds on the island are pink-backed pelicans. They get that name because their backs turn especially pink during mating season. And that is their actual backs that change colors, not their feathers. They are very social animals. You can find them in groups of around 500 pairs at one time. It looks like there's another hippo out of the water here on the left-hand side. You guys see his body really well. Now notice their ears are located at the very tops of their head. It helps them to hear what's going on above the water, but their jawbones can also sense vibrations in the water, which allows them to hear what's going on under as well. But as much time as they spend under the water, they're not very good swimmers and they're kind of far too dense to float. So instead they just kind of sit down to the very bottom of the riverbed floor and walk on it.
What do they eat?
Now, a group of pelicans that is called a hive, and a group of hippos is called a float. Under that right there. Kind of looks like its roots are sticking up straight in the air, and for that reason its nickname is the upside down tree, but it is really called the baobab tree. It goes leafless like that for about 9 months out of the year, which helps to conserve water in that really large trunk, which helps them survive droughts that are common here in Africa. And there is an African legend that one day the hyenas were tasked with planting a tree, but they accidentally planted those seeds upside down. The baobab trees were born, and the hyenas have been laughing about their mistake ever since. And I do see a bunch of animals down the savannah, so we're going to head on over and see if we can't get a closer look. Now, this animal on the right, this really large cattle straight ahead of us, with the really big horns, that is an Ankoli or a Watusi cattle. They can call them either one of those names, both are correct. We're going to get that name Watusi, because the Watusi tribe is the first tribe that domesticated them centuries ago. Those horns can get around 6 feet from one tip all the way to the other, but they're mostly hollow, so they are pretty light. They contain lots of blood vessels that pumps blood up in those horns, that cools down that blood, and that'll cool down the rest of their body, kind of like a natural AC system. And also on the right-hand side, you'll notice these gray animals. These are wildebeests. So wildebeests are the largest migratory animals in the world. You can find them in groups in the millions at one time, and they could travel about 1,000 miles every year. And if you were to look really closely at their coat, it kind of looks like they have some dark gray stripes on their fur, but those are sweat marks. Around 25 years ago, when Disney animators were making that first Lion King movie, they studied the movements of the wildebeest really carefully. They have a really particular way of moving, so they animated one, and using CGI, they were able to multiply that one by hundreds to make a more realistic looking herd, because it's very common to find them in groups of around 1.5 million at a time. And as you turn around on the left-hand side, I'll move up a little bit further here, but there's some hyenas. I see one at the very top of that cave and one right in front of it on the right. Yeah, so hyenas kind of look like dogs, but they are more related to cats than anything else. They are female-driven, which means the lowest-ranking female is still higher than the highest-ranking male. They do have a misconception of being scavengers, but there's not very much truth to that. They do about 95% of their hunting themselves. And they'll make a really quick meal out of whatever they catch. A group of 4 hyenas can eat an entire wildebeest, bones and all, in only about 30 minutes. So they will eat those horns, hair, bones, and even teeth. They can't digest keratin, not very many living things can, so they can't digest the horns or the hair, but they'll still eat it, so they really do not like to waste their food. And right now we're passing by on either side these really large mounds that kind of look like they're made out of red clay, but these are termite mounds. So termites will combine saliva, mud, and dung. They build these structures which bakes in the sun, making them about as hard as concrete. So animals in the surrounding area like to use them as scratching posts. And some of those termite mounds around here are actually relatively small, so they're really great examples of the kind that the springback will jump at the very top of, giving them a really great vantage point above the tall brush you'll find here in the savannah.
That's the sound it makes.
And it looks like we're going to pass by a couple more of these cattle over here on the right-hand side as well. Those horns are really large, they get around 6 feet from one tip all the way to the other, but they're mostly hollow, so they are pretty light. They contain lots of blood vessels that pump blood up to those horns, that cools down that blood, and that'll cool down the rest of their body. Kind of like an ice. Right there. These animals people on the side believe that these cattle are a form of wealth, so buy a bunch of them and roam free run village because they just want everyone to know how wealthy they are. But at night they'll keep them in these thorny pens called the Natas. And keep them safe from predators and safe from wandering too far away. And I think I see coming up ahead of us on our left-hand side a really great look of some giraffes. So let's go check that out. Now giraffes, they do give birth standing up. So the very first thing a baby giraffe will experience in the world is a 6-foot fall to the ground. Yeah, pretty brutal. That first initial shock of being dropped that far, though, will give that baby giraffe its first breath of life. Quite a few of them back here. Some of the younger giraffes back there as well. Now, at birth, the giraffes will get around 6 feet tall, so they'll be very easily with their mother. And really very carefully, you might be able to see it, but the tongue of a giraffe is a really dark blackish purple color. That dark color helps prevent their tongue from getting sunburnt because they can eat around 22 hours a day. But as much time as they spend eating, they spend very little time sleeping. Instead, they take a series of micronaps, and all of those micronaps throughout the day add up to sleeping only about 30 minutes a day. Lots of times when they do sleep, they don't even close their eyes. In a group of giraffes, that is called a tower. Tower of giraffes. I'm sure you can imagine why. Of course, their necks are really long, but they've got the same amount of vertebrae in their necks as we do. All mammals have the same amount, but their vertebrae just happen to be much longer than ours are. Now you can tell that that is an African elephant for a couple different reasons. The first reason is that we are in Africa. They're also larger than Asian elephants. Their ears kind of look like the continent of Africa, and they are the only kind of elephant where both males and females have tusks. They can eat around 300 pounds of food and drink about 50 gallons of water a day. They get that water through their trunk, and the trunk of an elephant has more muscles in it than the entire human body. They have around a 22 to 26 month long pregnancy, one of the longest pregnancies in the world, but it does make sense because they are, of course, the world's largest land mammal. And they also do stay with their young for most of their adolescence, which is pretty rare in the animal kingdom. They have the second longest childhood in the world, second only to humans. And a group of elephants is called a memory. You'll see a couple more of them all over left shoulder past those boulders down there too. Well, also, of course, a little bit closer to us here on the left-hand side are flamingos.
No, they're not ducks, they're flamingos.
The greater flamingos are the least pink species of any.
Ah, yeah, there's ducks too.
Yeah,
you're right.
Ducks and flamingos, right? They don't turn that pink color until about a year after they're hatched, and when they are hatched, they're more of a gray color. If you look very carefully, it kind of looks like they have some knees. Those are their ankles. Yeah, their knees are all the way up to their feathers. And a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance.
I knew it. Flamboyance.
But speaking of big cats, take a look straight ahead of us here. On our left-hand side as we come through, and there's a lion hanging out with his coat. Now, Kobe does spell K-O-P-J-E. This is Marty Rock.
Oh, wow. And there's a male and a female.
Right here because if you are really
It's symbol.
Here, look, see it? The one with the big hair is a male. See? And that's the mom. The one kissing the dad. Yeah. The mom is kissing the dad.
One male.
Oh, man. It's like 2 girls.
We're lucky to see them out and about right now.
Whoa.
That means that they're only really active for about 4 years out of their life. I think the females are going to go out and do the hunting. The male will stay behind and protect his pride. And that mane on the male lion's head can get up to about 40 pounds all by itself.
Wow, that's a lot.
As that male ages, though, the mane is getting darker. So the darker the mane, the older the lion.
Wow.
Dignity Taitano can see just about as well as lions can, but at night their vision is 6 times better than ours. At 100 years ago, there were around 200,000 lions in the world. 25 years ago, that first Lion King movie came out, and that number dropped all the way down to 40,000.
I've never seen that
movie
movie
number has
before.
decreased again.
So they're not fake.
There's only about 20,000 left.
It's real.
To put that number in perspective, more people will probably ride this ride today in one day than there are lions in the entire world.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no cash parade. It means no worries. Fundy, link up.
Every Disney park has a princess castle, but in Animal Kingdom, there's the Tree of Life. By this time, we were all so tired and ready to go home. Until the next part, see you next time.